US President Donald Trump signed an executive order to develop a next-generation missile defense shield for the US, modeled after Israel's Iron Dome. But this time, the vision extends beyond Earth and into space. More details next.
The world is increasingly becoming a dangerous place. New deadly missiles are being designed and deployed. The Russians, the Chinese, the North Koreans and the Iranians, they're all expanding their arsenals. Hypersonic missiles are becoming the most sought-after weapons. These weapons can maneuver at 5 times the speed of sound while changing trajectory unpredictably. The traditional missile defense systems designed for predictable ballistic trajectories stand powerless against these new threats. Donald Trump has unveiled an ambitious project that aims to protect the US against the evolving threats of ballistic, hypersonic and advanced cruise missiles.
And in a little while, I'll be signing 4 new executive orders. First is that I'm directing our new Secretary of Defense, Pete Hegseth, who's going to be great, by the way. Thank you for the support. Thank you very much for the support. You really did support him greatly. I think he's going to be fantastic. I know him very well. I think he's going to be fantastic. He's what we need to immediately begin the construction of a state-of-the-art Iron Dome missile defense shield, which will be able to protect Americans. You know, we protect other countries, but we don't protect ourselves.
Unlike conventional ground-based systems, this new shield will have a constellation of orbital interceptors capable of detecting and neutralizing threats during their vulnerable boost phase. The strategy marks a paradigm shift in missile defense, targeting hypersonic weapons when they're most exposed, before they can execute evasive maneuvers. The scale is staggering. While Israel's Iron Dome protects a nation roughly the size of New Jersey, America's space shield must defend a continent. The technical challenges are unprecedented, maintaining constant orbital coverage, achieving split-second response times, and intercepting threats traveling at Mach 5+ speeds. Currently, the US relies on a layered defense network that includes THAAD, Aegis, and Patriot systems. Together, these systems protect against ballistic and hypersonic missile threats. However, experts warn they may not be enough to counter emerging technologies and long-range missile strikes, particularly ICBMs armed with nuclear warheads. The strategic calculus is clear. US missile defense capabilities, while sophisticated, were designed for a different era. The Trump administration has revealed few details about the new missile defense system and how the plan would be executed. Building such a protective layer around the US would have an astronomical cost. But given the changing nature of threats, the US is preparing for the wars of tomorrow. Bureau Report, WION World is One.
John Rossomando is a president of Viking Research Associates. He is also a geostrategist and expert on U.S. national security. Mr. Rossomando is now joining us live from D.C. Welcome to the show, sir.
Thank you for having me.
What do you think might have prompted President Trump to think that America really needs this futuristic Iron Dome beyond the skies and into the space?
Well, let's look at what we've experienced in the past few months. You have the Russian ballistic missile attack against Ukraine. You've had a proliferation of drones over places like New Jersey, and the attacks against Israel, which has left President Trump seeing that the United States is vulnerable. I mean, people have been saying for years that like say Washington, D.C. is vulnerable to cruise missile attack. So I think he's trying to say, hey, we're in a dangerous time and we need to reevaluate our defenses.
Mr. Rossomando, is this project ambitious? Is it needed? And what would be its impact, if at all, it is built?
Well, this is sort of a throwback to Ronald Reagan's Strategic Defense Initiative that envisioned space-based launchers and attack vehicles. However, it was abandoned because it was not technically feasible at the time. However, you have President Trump also calling for AI expenditures, which would be invaluable for calculating the trajectories of maneuverable hypersonical vehicles.
Mr. Rossomando, you didn't answer my question. Is it really needed in America?
I think that it's needed. I mean, we're looking at the enemies that we're coming up against. Russia, China, even North Korea and Iran being provided with these weapons, and the United States is defenseless.
So is it feasible?
I think that it's going to take a lot of detail, but I think that it's feasible in the longer term. Whether it's feasible within the 4 years of President Trump's term, that remains to be seen.
All right, Mr. Rossomando, thank you very much for your insights and for talking to us today.
Thank you.